from Lambeau. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. What can Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him to first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
24-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Davante Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7,
the touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with the option. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped.
No, but I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place.
And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready to told y'all that you better be running? I'm in my go yard, when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man, suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side, is that big of the guy?
Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's no, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, done.
Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse your wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. It's That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, girl, it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll run the option to start the drive. This thrown quickly out to Jones. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 27, Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And the Packer first down.
To throw once more. He'll get this to Lazard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard on the Seahawks' 37-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP. This is Aaron Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
36-yard line. A gain of 1 yard.
First and 10, here's Rodgers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there at 22.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Seahawks nothing. Mason Crosby to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. This is Carson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Wilson, left side complete to Lockett. 2 yards, good enough for 1st.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now it's Carson. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 18-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They run it with Carson, and he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. give him 2 on the play there. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. You ain't gonna burn me. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers.
A 30-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
First down, Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
By the Packers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Play action. It's Wilson. Out to him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Wilson from the gun on third down. And he's going to go down again. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 44 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And
he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Good job. It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth,
it's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give them 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And again, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. They run again with Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 39.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
17. Packers 14.
To throw is Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st down.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Rodgers got a man. It's Tanyan complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw. That's complete to Lazard. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Packers 21, Seahawks 17. Mason Crosby to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
In hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He'll look to throw.
a man. It's Olsen. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to throw. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Seahawks, first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Results in a 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot for Wilson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. You're friend smart, but my bud's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. Now I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what would help. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I she's in the moment. Energy up, my body burning. And my stomach keep on turning. Stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it. You gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, for real. Lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, babe. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm trying to find. She say I got sex appeal. I think it's 'cause I work a gun. I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none. I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one. To see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on. I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 20. Five. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps.
Good separation.
They're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it here. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun.
Good move.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh, I read that.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Goedert's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert there to make the grab. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they decided a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice pass start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
Deontay Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And that's knocked away and incomplete. 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And he finds Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 73 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Lining up for the point after.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
What?
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
At the 47-yard line.
Nah, I'm a Detroit fan.
2nd down, here's Hurts. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And Jeffrey's got it. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Damn, I forgot about
Gain
Jeffrey.
of 31 on 3rd down.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're putting the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he's
Damn,
able to get
Jordan,
it down
make
to
a
the
fucking
25-yard
tackle.
line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And this
There we
time
go.
he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Breeze now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to
Oh, good pick.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze.
Oh.
And incomplete on the deep.
Whoa.
The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd and short.
That was a... my man, I don't know why my man didn't put his hands up.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Now Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees to Michael Thomas. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Damn, I missed another one.
First half, they've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time.
Oh, my God.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Oh, he blew that blocker up.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Deontay Harris.
Oh.
He'll be out of bounds just 3
wow.
yards shy of the end zone.
Should have done that.
Sets up 1st down and goal at the 3-yard line.
Quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because
trying to get it to Jackson.
Janoris
intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees on target to Emmanuel Sanders. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. You know what? Why don't you just start over? And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe.
What up, though?
Eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go.
Cheryl hooking his PlayStation up right now.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change the name, how about your respect?
What?
When I get expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait.
I'm over here going crazy on Madden today, boy. Hey, he playing with the best team on the game, bruh. I don't play with them, though.